Yo, what up, y'all? Slow Mo Backslap here, slapping y'all with another video. And today we're going to talk about this little rumor that's going around about one of my most favorite games of all time. And the game I'm talking about is Knights of the Old Republic. So the original Knights of the Old Republic came out on original Xbox back in 2003, and it was made by Bioware before Bioware was known to be the great RPG machine that they were at that time. And then just a year later, in December 2004, Obsidian came out with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2, The Sith Lords. Now, great games, both of them. The first one, slightly better than the second one, but the second one is definitely a very good game. From there, all we got was an MMO that only released on PC, The Old Republic, but fans of the series, even people who just weren't even Star Wars fans, but just recognized that this was a well-written RPG with amazing characters and just one of the best RPGs ever made, period. Now, there were rumors some years back that BioWare tried to pitch a Knights of the Old Republic 3 to EA, and due to the fact that it seems Disney has made the Knights of the Old Republic games non-canon for the Star Wars official storylines, maybe that was part of the reason why a KOTOR 3 was not approved. But now that EA is no longer exclusively doing Star Wars games, now that Lucasfilm Games has been established and Disney is kind of going back to the way LucasArts, which was the previous publishing and developing arm for Star Wars, used to do things, which is just going out and getting talented developers to license the Star Wars game out to, and getting some really good games made as a result of that. The new rumor says that Lucasfilm Games and Disney have started working with an unknown developer. Now, we don't know if this is a reimagining or a remake of the original game, or if it's a actual true sequel to KOTOR 3, which would be a little bit difficult to do considering that there has been a book written by Drew Karpyshyn, who was the lead writer of Knights of the Old Republic 1, as well as continuing off of that novel, parts of the Old Republic, the MMO that EA and BioWare manage, continues on that story. It's a little difficult to figure out how this would get done, or in what way they would do this, or if it would even feature the characters that were in the original games. But that said, let me get to the actual quotes that we're getting here. So this is coming from Star Wars Insider Bespin Bulletin, and he said, "Amongst my digging, I heard that there is a Knights of the Old Republic project in development somewhere. I talked to a couple of people, and I also found out that Jason Schreier said that it's not with EA, and we'll never guess who the studio is that's making this game." The Schreier reference is actually about a tweet made back in February 2020 that if a new KOTOR game was happening, it wasn't going to be with EA. Then in December, he said that no one would guess right in terms of who would be making it. And in the wake of this most recent rumor, Shinobi on Reset Era says that it's not as mysterious as you think. It's just not a household name most people are aware of. So this all kind of lines up to my idea of who this developer is. And I've actually featured this developer that I believe it is before on my channel. And you can see the link to that video here. Now, my idea is that the developer is Archetype Entertainment. And here's why. People have asked a very good question. Why would Disney and Lucasfilm Games trust a complete unknown or unproven developer with this kind of IP? Now, some thoughts can be that, well, the IP was created at a time where BioWare wasn't known as BioWare, so maybe they're just giving someone a shot. But I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Archetype Entertainment is a studio that is full of ex-BioWare developers. The studio head is James Olin. This guy worked at BioWare for 22 years. He was the game director for Star Wars The Old Republic, and he was a lead designer on Baldur's Gate 2, Neverwinter Nights, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, as well as Dragon Age Origins. The studio general manager is Chad Robertson. He ran BioWare Austin, and he was with BioWare for almost a decade. Their talent acquisition partner is Sabrina de los Rios. Not only is she their talent acquisition partner, but she also used to be a recruiter for Lucasfilm. so she can have some contacts with Lucasfilm Games and Disney. I'm not going to go through all of the people one by one that used to work at Bioware, but in Archetype Entertainment, well more than half of the entire staff are former Bioware employees. And some of the people who aren't former Bioware employees have ties to Lucasfilm. And the linchpin of it all is that the lead writer on the game that they're working on, which they've said is a sci-fi game, Star Wars is sci-fi, the lead writer is Drew Karpyshyn himself, who was the lead writer for Knights of the Old Republic. So it will make total sense that Lucasfilm Games and Disney would go to the guy who started the entire Knights of the Old Republic IP to make another KOTOR game, especially if it's not being done by EA or Bioware. Other information I've been able to glean is that the game will be running on Unreal Engine, and this is based off of what they're looking for in their job applications and their job announcements of positions they're trying to fill. They want people who have experience using Unreal Engine. They also want people who have experience working with motion capture technology. So this is definitely going to be a AAA game, a game that is leveraging Unreal Engine 5 with high quality visuals, with realistic looking character models and animations. And that's all I do know about the game that Archetype Entertainment is working on, but that would seem to fall in line with what you would expect from a Star Wars RPG. Something that's going to look great, as all Star Wars games have done whenever they've come out during the time periods that they've come out. They've always looked better than other games of that time period. But whether we actually get the confirmation on this anytime soon, who knows? You would think that if Lucasfilm Games wanted to announce this game being in development, they would have did so when they announced that Ubisoft was making a Star Wars game and that Machine Games was making an Indiana Jones game. So we may have some time before this can be confirmed, but you can take this with a huge grain of salt if you want. But in my eyes, Archetype Entertainment is definitely the studio that's working on this game. But you guys let me know what you guys think about this. You think Archetype Entertainment is the studio? Do you think it's someone else? Let me know who you think it is in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you liked the video, the dislike button if you didn't. It's all good. And hit the subscribe button if you want to see more content like this in the future. Peace.